Hello, ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here, and welcome to Trials of Tatooine, a free-to-play tech demo that's out on Steam right now that you can pick up. If you've got an HTC Vive, it does use the room scale effect where you can actually walk around in a certain space in your room. Now, I had a chance to try this today. I've actually got my VR setup going. I have come to the conclusion that I still need more space, so I may have to refigure out my office layout. That desk that I have is kind of in the way. It's just barely enough space that it'll let you use it, so I've got to widen it out. But anyways, this is the second game that I've played for HTC Vive for VR. I've already got my setup set up so I can record it now, but this is the first one I've recorded where I get to use a lightsaber. So I skipped the intro. The basic story is Luke Skywalker is training Jedi. For some reason, I've been dumped on the planet of Tatooine, and I'm picking up a supply drop, or I'm waiting for a supply drop from a very well-known freighter captain. They start you off on Tatooine, and that is the most surreal thing. Like, this takes a hell of a rig to run it properly, and there are a few technical hiccups that I eventually fix later, but not in this recording. But I'm just like looking at this planet. It is so cool. Having played so many hours of Star Wars Galaxies, there she is. There's the Falcon. Playing so many hours of Star Wars Galaxies, to be able to stand and to look around on Tatooine is just such a thrill and a trip, and then to watch the Falcon practically land on my head. There is no moving or walking around. It is just from one perspective. I can walk around within a few feet, but I can't say walk around the Falcon at this point.
Your teacher wanted me to drop something off, so it looks like you'll be sticking around this sandbox for a while.
And the thing that he's dropping off, of course, is R2-D2.
Looks like that patrol we attracted is coming in hot.
And now we've got, there's the little mess up. I've had to actually move my sensors a little bit to fix that. But we got TIE fighters coming in, and they're coming in hot. They do a strafing run on the Falcon.
Chewie, watch that regulator. I'm gonna try to take these guys out.
Oh, it's just so cool to hear Han Solo talking to Chewie through the comms, being at the gate of the Millennium Falcon while exchanging fire with TIE fighters. And you can see that the Falcon's taking a little bit of damage. Now I'm gonna have to fix that damage. And keep in mind, it's just a tech demo, but you gotta think of like what's possible with this technology.
What's the damage like out there? The inverter lifter fell out. What do you mean it fell out?
What do you mean it fell off my Goram ship?
R2, can you reach that inverter?
R2 can't reach it.
So R2 can take a look.
So now I'm gonna have to pull it down. So I grab onto it and actually lower it to the ground until it releases, and I can get a good look at it. It's really exciting to be like, I want an MMO where I can actually interact with the environment like this. It's just so cool.
Easy. Just hit the red button.
Just hit the red button. Yeah, okay. And the controller actually shakes when you push the button in, so there's like a feedback to it.
Now Chewie says hit the green button too. That should release some pressure.
I don't like this plan. Nope. The Falcon's gonna just explode. And it like vents all over R2.
An Imperial shuttle, just what I need right now.
Why don't you come down and fix it yourself?
You down there, hit all of them. Hit all the buttons.
Just hit all the buttons. So I get to run around and just like smack buttons.
Hit all the buttons.
There, I hit them all. I hit all the buttons.
The droid's got your gift from Luke. Looks like you're gonna need it.
Oh, whatever could it be? And yeah, he gives you a lightsaber. And the button on the top of the control panel on your controller, which feels so good as a lightsaber, by the way. The HTC Vive control stick is just perfect for a lightsaber. You bust this thing out, and the bolts go slow enough so you can kind of see them coming and you have a chance to deflect, but it feels really good when you actually like deflect one back. You can feel in the controller with every impact, you can feel the thing like vibrate, and it's just enough to feel like you actually hit something. And that has me really excited for just melee combat in general. Now, I've played another lightsaber title. I'm actually starting to get really into it now. Like, I wonder how well I can like knock these things back toward the stormtroopers. I played this other lightsaber game where it plays just like this one. This is obviously way better looking. And having them come from like 4 different angles is pretty epic. The possibilities of the future for Star Wars games. Mix this into an MMO. Let us have firefights where we actually have to duck down behind that cover and fire over it. Like, that's what I want. And then have some type of, you know, being able to move around. So the Falcon's guns are opening up and taking out the rest of the Stormtroopers. And then the ones that I wasn't able to deflect rounds back to, or lights, the blaster bolts back to, they'll actually just retreat. And there goes the Lambda shuttle.
Don't let it get to you, though. Everyone I've ever met from this planet is crazy. Or dead. I'm sure that won't happen to you. Take care. And take care of that droid.
Do I get to keep R2 now? But that's the demo, that's the whole thing. Then they run the credits and you can play around with the lightsaber a little bit. There's nothing else to it. It is a free demo though. Like, they just gave this out for free, you can download it. It's a quick download. If you do have the Vive, I highly recommend you try it out. There is just something really awesome about hearing the Star Wars music, looking at the lightsaber. You can actually kind of look through the little ports and stuff on it. Like looking through the holes, you can see the wires on the inside, you can see where it hang on your belt, the detail is there. It's really freaking cool. It just has me so incredibly pumped for a real full Star Wars game in VR. I mean, what we really need is they need to get the headsets down to the point where we can use them wirelessly. Maybe we charge them, maybe we wear a belt with a battery pack or something, and then figure out the best movement methods to walk around within the world, because a lot of these demos are people just standing still or standing in one place, and then maybe sure you can move to the left or to the right or just take a few steps forward and backwards, but there's no real like walking around the Falcon, and that's what I want to see. And now I'm just like, how far can I go? What's around me? In the headset, you guys don't see, there's like a mesh, a blue mesh when I get near a wall. That's why you see me not running into the walls. And I'm just kind of exploring my little play area that I've set up. Though I do need to make it bigger. This is the minimum size that I can work with. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna keep following the VR scene. I'm real excited about Fallout VR and the other big titles that are coming out. And I'll be keeping an eye on it and watching this tech kind of grow from its infancy, which is where we're at right now. It is definitely fun to play around in it. I mean, there's nothing more immersive. But all right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Later, everybody.